Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to my channel. My name is Angelica. This is Infinite Soul Medicine. And if you're new or returning, it's an honor to have you here. And recently, I just posted a video, actually a vlog, my first vlog ever, kind of documenting, quote unquote, losing my house and just my whole journey with that. And I also mentioned, if you watch that video, there was a channeled message that I had channeled that I kept feeling like others needed to hear this. So this is that message. Okay, so it's kind of in conjunction with that, but it's its own standalone message. And I just, to give a little bit of context, because this is going to need some context. It is its own standalone video, but in that video I shared losing my house and just my whole journey of like getting a camper van and just this whole journey of like becoming more mobile. Okay, so that's the context behind that. And I kept feeling during this whole process, during this whole journey since last freaking year, I kept feeling that others were going to be called to do something similar or even the same thing. And that's the context that I want you to just kind of keep in mind. Again, this is its own standalone message, but that's the context because there is reference to it. Okay, so that's it. Here's the message. Let's get into it. The preface to this is a lot of those watching this, which is my video from my vlog from journeying, right? Journeying through losing my house, all the thing. A lot of those watching this will and or are going to be asked to do the same. Trust where life, God, source, the universe, or whatever you want to name that infinite intelligence is guiding you. Trust where life, source, God, the universe, etc. is guiding you. It is not a mistake. And no, you are not crazy. But you may be resisting and or doubting the vision you've been given. This isn't the time to fight your own inner knowing. In fact, rather, it's time to trust in that more than anything else vying for your attention at this time. The world is getting loud, but you must get quiet and go within and listen to and or for the nudges, the excitement and or joy, the seemingly simple things that feel aligned, that feel good, and that feel like your soul speaking to you. This is not conjecture, dear one. This is your soul directing you, guiding you to the correct guideposts and choice points you require to align to your own God-given and soul-aligned mission. However, this is in all caps. It is up to you to choose this path of ascension for yourself and to leave others to decide for themselves what is the most aligned choice for their life. We know and understand that some of you may not like this. We assure you the only way is the one where you allow all others to make their own choices of their own free will. This is the organic choice, a choice that is not forced, coerced, or manipulated into being made. This allows all beings who've chosen empowerment and sovereignty to rise as such, beyond the bonds of limitation that have enslaved human consciousness for millennia. Those who do not choose themselves cannot come with you. And you cannot fool the universe into admitting an unripe soul into the gates of heaven, as it were, because the key to the gates of heaven reside within. And those who do not choose to receive their key also do not choose themselves. The key, we say, is the key of frequency and resonance. Find your joy, find your authenticity, find that which lights you up. And do it every day, dear soul. These frequencies are reflective of your key resonant frequency. Any energies in resistance to that which reflects your true and natural state of being must be resolved within you, integrated back to the wholeness that is you. These are instructions with no exceptions. To those souls receiving this message in this now moment, we say this. We say, the time is now to be in joy, to be in love, and to be in trust. To allow yourself to open and receive the specific set of soul instructions streaming in at this time for you. The world you are in now is a brand new world. It is not the old world, nor is it the new. It is an in-between world, yet brand new to you. The world is in the gray, between the black and white, a transitionary world. You are the only one who can lead yourself safely through this landscape. Not your partner, not your family, not your friends, you. This remains why it is essential to not only find your joy, but to practice joy, practice love, practice joy, practice trust every single day. This practice not only creates your trajectory, it is the foundational structure that continually fuels and uplifts and propels you towards your destiny. And with that, there is a light language transmission that is coming in. So if you would like to receive that as well, just stick around and accept that, whether in your own mind or commenting down below. And then so it is. If not, you can do the same or click off, okay? Tatia lakat natihas. Kukuya hiela mato oele. Sakiana tahai sikinia hasikiat mo oye yesikianati. Sa halekia moe na yale. Mokoya sana yanahia sikiat nati iat. La yamo hasikia. Nkiat nat. Lekia mat oya lakia anati. Mahoya iski ya ants na oa. Lekia sanate. Wahat, wahat, wahat. Ya moya yele makoke ya yasnaka at le moya ya. Ha yasikian. Moya yela ha. Sokowe. Sokowe na hasata. Yasakia. Yat wast yat anat. Take a deep breath and release. Hayana ualekia has yakanata. Listen to your heart. Mahoye yaha natduast. Keta nata. Do not get caught up in the mind. Baalekia kiata. In the many spirals. Bekia sanataha. Tangents. Maayalekianatake. And ego stories. Instead, listen and feel with your heart. Diseta, what feels good? What feels joyful? What feels true to who you are and to who you are becoming? See there is a sense coming through here that you have not been fully honest or truthful with yourself as it pertains to what would fulfill and fuel you with passion and vibrance and vitality and excitement and playfulness. Mahia kekiato uyet ta'anata. But we are asking you now, dear one, to be truthful with yourself, because if you cannot be truthful with yourself after all, then who can you be truthful to? It starts within the hiasta. In order to be aligned to your soul, some may call it mission, some may call it purpose. Your soul's being here, the purpose in being here at this time. Kakiata. In order to be in that alignment, my friend, you must first be honest with what is not working. You must first recognize and identify what is not making you happy. Taha tikia. It is through the polarity, the contrast of being unhappy, being unfulfilled, tihiasikiata, that we begin to identify and recognize what would truly be in alignment, be fulfilling, be joyful, malakekiata, and therefore allow our experience of this world to be more in flow, in harmony, and more effortless. Yes, sir. That's not to say there isn't challenge or opportunity to rise. There is always challenge and opportunity to rise, to reclaim your power, to be and sit in your fully aligned, God-ordained power. Taki kokoya sate. In order to do that, you must admit to yourself where things aren't working. You must accept the reality that you are forcing things because you were taught or programmed or indoctrinated or inherited certain instructions, certain programs that state this is how to be happy. And these instructions, my friend, we say were placed in your field or given to you when you did not have the conscious awareness to fully consent, because you did not have context, you did not have contrast showing you that which is misaligned in order for you to see that which is aligned. It is the paradox, tekiata, that you are learning how to hold. Wasekiata. Yata. Sit with your heart, sit with your feelings, sit with the contrast of unhappiness, unfulfilled, unsuccessful, or even failure for some of you. That's not to say judge yourself, sit around and judge yourself. No. It's simply saying, look objectively at the feedback of when your emotional system has given you feedback of, I don't like this. This is not fulfilling. This is not making me happy. There's got to be more to life, isn't there? Listen for that. In identifying that, then you get to identify and begin the process of identifying and recognizing, if you do not already know, or if you have hidden it from yourself, because many of you do this. You hide things very well from yourselves. You can begin to recognize that which would fulfill you, uplift you, empower you, fill you with joy, fill you with excitement, and fill you with a sense of purpose that fills you, fuels you, propels you forward with the effort, the energy, the joy you flow into it. Kekia uamat. What are you waiting for, my friend? Hilasata. If you are watching this, if you are receiving this, it is not a coincidence. Spirit, I'm hearing, has been trying to reach you, has been trying to get you. I'm hearing avoidance. So maybe some of you have been avoiding this conversation with yourself, or avoiding it because you couldn't possibly see and perceive how, like, there's money, there's finances. How could I make how could I make my finances work if I just go off and do the thing? No. This is about integration. This isn't about just going off to sit on the top of a mountain as a monk somewhere, abandoning society. This is about integrating those pieces and weaving them together into your life. So with that weaving, you begin to understand, understand, and excavate that which is not for you. You begin to understand that which may have been given to you, that which you may have been programmed with or indoctrinated with. This is going to make you happy. The certain boxes, right? Doctor, lawyer, box. You got to do this to be successful. You got to do this to be happy. You got to do this and have this type of relationship dynamic to make it work, to be successful, to be happy in life. But your soul called you here because you may have done some of those things or even all of them, and you realize you are still unhappy. We give you and stream through the medicine now that you need in order to recognize these patterns and bring yourself into greater consciousness awareness of the things, the themes, the patterns you're playing out that do not serve your happiness, that do not serve your highest good, and they do not serve your soul's mission or purpose of being here. Not anymore. Those days are over. There's a journal prompt coming. There's a couple of questions here. What makes me happy? What makes me happy? What would I do that makes me blindingly, amazingly, freaking ecstatically happy that I would do even if I never got paid? What makes me that freaking excited? What makes me happy? And if nothing comes up, set the intention to be receptive and giving yourself permission. For some of you need to give yourself permission to know this, to see it for the first time, because a lot of us have denied it and hid it away. So we have to be first open and willing and receptive to even just receive the insight that brings recognition and awareness. So some of y'all are not allowing the truth of the matter to actually penetrate your being, to kind of give you that sobering moment of, I'm not happy. Now I got to do something about this. If you're watching this at this time, it is time for you to move with your soul, move in harmonious resonance and alignment with your soul. If you are not happy, you are moving against your soul. If you are depressed, you may be moving against your soul. You may have some things that need to be resolved, healed. It's not that you're broken, my friend. It's just that there are, just like we need to maintain this physical vessel, we are responsible for moving it, feeding it the right things, giving it the right nutrients. We're responsible for that. The same responsibility applies to your ability to become aware of certain things and grow and you can say it growth, you can say evolution, you can say elevate, you can say a lot of different things here. Shifting, right? Shifting out of that habit, out of that pattern. You're not broken, but there are things that need to be witnessed and things that you are responsible for in your life that need to be shifted. And your happiness is your responsibility. I don't know if some of y'all like that though. Your happiness is your responsibility. It's not your partner's, it's not your friends, it's not your family's. It's you. And you know what? That's the best thing that could ever happen for you. Because those other people don't know what makes you happy. Only you truly know. Because only you have access to that internal world and you can feel it out. But it's because you haven't felt it out and you haven't done the inner work yet, maybe, or maybe some, I don't know. If you haven't done that inner work, right, then you may not know what makes you happy, what fulfills you, what would feel better, what would make you insanely happy, what would fuel you. This is not something that can be forced. This is an initiation into the self. Initiations are rites of passage that have become almost obsolete. And women, thank goodness, we have a natural rite of passage, right? Our cycle, our period. That's a rite of passage. We learn how to move with it. We learn how to be responsible. And not just be responsible, but to be able to hold that space for ourselves in a nourishing way. In a way that is accepting and inclusive instead of resistant. Because there's a lot of us out there like, ew, gross, right? Am I right or am I right? Okay. Spirit is coming through and saying there has been a disconnection from the initiation process, the initiatic path. And those of us in the Western world have become, let's say, softened, or we've been robbed of the knowledge and of the awareness of initiations are a part of life. And those initiations are meant to cultivate wisdom, are meant to cultivate discipline, are meant to cultivate faith, trust, self-esteem, It's meant to cultivate the internal world and refine it. Not because you're broken, not because you need to be perfect, but because it's a natural reordering of your consciousness. It's a natural process of that initiatic path. Okay? This initiatic path is a path into, I'm hearing, rewilding yourself into being a free spirit. And when we say free spirit, we mean a liberated spirit within yourself that chooses for themselves how they wish to lead their own life. How do you lead yourself throughout your life? Or are you allowing others to unconsciously lead you? Are you following others instead of leading yourself, directing yourself? Take laka umat suhat leya lakamato yasekiata yala amato senato was yako ya. Yalau mau yasekianate. If you are watching this at this time, you are in an initiate's path. You are an initiate into your own self-leadership, learning how to lead yourself rather than listening to systems that are outdated and that do not have your best interest at heart. Yelekiata. Stop giving your power away. Recognize when you're being initiated into a higher version of yourself, a version of yourself that holds the capacity, the responsibility, the discipline, the presence, that can hold all of it within a very stable core, resilient core. It takes inner work, my friends, and you got it. If you're watching this, you got it. You're on your path. You just need to dig in and do the work. I love you. This is for your highest and best good only. It is. There's never no harm. There's never no harm to none. I don't want to do the negative, the double negative there, but this is always for your highest good with harm to none. So it is. May blessings find you on your path always.